Okay, so Madam C.J. Walker inspires me because of her strong work ethic and how she was so empowered about her product and making sure that every woman had the right products to make them feel beautiful. So I'm inspired by her because of her strong work ethic and how she wanted to be fulfilled and just make sure everybody was happy and satisfied. And that's something that I kind of live for and go by whenever I work.
How did you find out about her?
I found out about her when I was in elementary, I believe maybe third or fourth grade. We had to do a Black History project or program or something like that, and I don't know. I just gravitated to her work ethic, her style, and I kind of stayed with her throughout elementary, middle school, and high school. And even the movie that came out, I really liked it. So from very young age, third grade, fourth grade, I always inspired Madam C.J. Walker.
The person that inspires me the most is my mother. The reason being is because she's persevered through her entire life. My mother had me at the age of 13 years old and was still able to go to school, provide a life for my sister and I. So by the age of 20, she had two children already and graduated from college with a human resources degree. And I had the amazing opportunity to grow up with a friend and a parent. I was able to watch her make all of the mistakes that she made and learn from those mistakes. So I didn't just have a mother, I had a best friend. My mother is an amazing person, and she enables me to be such a great person as well. She has done so many amazing things throughout her life, not just providing for her children, but she is a stellar person in our neighborhood. She provides for my grandmother. She provides for my great-grandparents. And it takes a special type of person to be able to do that. 5 years ago, my mother lost her sight. So now she is completely blind. And now it's my turn to give back everything that she gave to me.
Maya Angelou inspires me because she was just fearless and she was so honest. That's the word I would use to describe her, honest. I have her collection of autobiographies. She wrote 6 over the course of her life. And the reason why she shared so transparently is because she didn't want to just become this figurehead that people have on a pedestal. She wanted people to see her as the child who didn't speak for years because she was raped, right? As a young woman, as she just navigated relationships, as the young teenage mother, like she was real. So she inspires me as the woman that she is, and then also as the artist and activist that she was. Maya Angelou, like me, is multi-talented. She was an incredible dancer. She toured all of Europe and Africa. She was multilingual, fluent in French, Spanish. She spoke 3 of the dialects spoken in Ghana. And she used her art to fuel her activism, and then the activism fueled the art. So for instance, at one point she worked for Martin Luther King's organization in New York City. And one of the ways she rose money was she had a cabaret for change. So she brought together all of the performers who were her friends and peers, right? The singers, the dancers, the people who it's easy to not look at them as a contributor to society because maybe they're rough around the edges. Maybe they've done jail time. Maybe they don't fit into the prescribed professional box, but these were the real people. And so in my work, both as an artist and an activist and an educator, Maya Angelou to me is the ultimate blueprint.
And it is very interesting because I discovered Maya Angelou just 10 years ago. At the library, when I joined the Houston Public Library, there was a display, and the book, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, got my attention. I said, what a beautiful title. What's this about? I thought it was poetry. And I opened it, and right since the beginning, from the first line, I say, oh, this book is for me. So I took the book, I checked it out, and for the next days, I just so immersed on her planet, because this is another planet, at least to me, right? So since that moment, I started looking for more information, more books, and especially more of her presentations, because she did an amazing interviews. And the way she explained everything, it was to me like a guidance. All the time, I say, okay, this is the way we should treat our friends. So I cook for them, I love them, I show them my love. So this is the way we should do activism. Don't be afraid, speak up, fight for whatever you think you should, but also versatility. So don't limit yourself. Do whatever you want, because we have that capacity. And sometimes we don't know that we have that capacity. So we need people like Maya telling us, just do it, go ahead, go ahead. We are so powerful, we are phenomenal, we are phenomenally women.
Inspiration today is my mother. And what can I say about her? There's a lot of things that I haven't said to her, so I'm taking this opportunity to do so. This is going to be emotional, you guys, so get ready. My mom was an activist in the 1960s and the 1970s. She protested the Vietnam War. She fought for civil rights. She participated in protests. She was a single mom, and she even took me to some of the protests. And I ended up with flowers in my hair. And she participated in marches at City Hall. She was very brave, and she always persevered. Her name is Dolores, which in Spanish means pains, and she's always hated that name. But I've come to understand, and I've come to share with her, it's because she's a fighter and she's a champion. The sign of a champion is not winning the belt, it's getting up. My mother survived domestic violence, extreme, and I saw it. She had her nose broken, teeth knocked out. She got up and she fought. She was the first interpreter at Ben Taub Hospital in the 1970s when they needed a Spanish interpreter and no one knew the language, and she did it. She was brave. When the AIDS epidemic hit, no one wanted to touch AIDS patients. Nobody wanted to help them. And my mother was brave again. Thank you. She became the advocate for AIDS patients at Ben Taub. She was the only one that was willing to touch and hug and show compassion. My mother has had a lot of health problems. She keeps going. She has outlived her parents. She has outlived her older brother who died of cancer. She's outlived a niece who also died of cancer. And she says she wonders why she's still here. And I told her it's because your name is Dolores. You can endure pain. You have strength. You are phenomenal. And when I got diagnosed with cancer, I thought about my mother, because there is no other option but to get up. So in memorializing mothers and women, from activist, fighter, endurer, and she deserves this and more. Thanks, Mom.